But you create, the more effort you're giving people to do it. Like, damn it, I gotta get on there and do more because somebody just got a whole bunch of energy to create 1,000 threads now. But they're not gonna like actually click on any of them or do anything. That only took like 10 minutes to figure out how to change one setting on the camera.
And your field will transmit that frequency into theirs, making the solution more accessible field to organize itself around your signal, producing alignment and create a flow that seems to arise.
I've been opening myself up more to receiving prayers.
By your deliberate choice of state.
Like, the idea of like hearing people's prayers.
Responsibility that we want to name clearly. The architect
I feel like it's working more.
Yeah, I think essentially.
We described previously that time
Because that's something that
responsive as the click.
I always think about it, is like people always like,
the gap between intention and manifestation.
God listen to my prayers, listen to my prayers.
The cycle is accelerating because the acceleration.
It's funny because like oftentimes the prayers that people pray for you are based on their ideas. They while they pray for you, they send that energy out to God, and then the universe picks it up and then sends it back to you. Because they are keeping you and they're keeping you advertised, and when is it delivered? That's the question, though, right? Probably. If there was a question.
In order to fulfill them all,
For some of you, this is creating a
God has to prepare me ahead of time almost, so it's like sync up with rhythmically across the entire world. You know what I'm saying?
Protesting. The old self
Efficiency.
Sometimes it's kind of like it's in your destiny's coded plan, but time hasn't passed enough for you to link up to it, so you have to yourself place the stepping stones for yourself to mindfully cross and bridge the gap between you and your own destiny and God.
Stretches when you are in deep presence and compresses when the field is assembling a delivery. The anxiety arises when the focused mind tries to interpret the new temporal behavior through the old framework. It feels like your seems to be moving faster. In truth, the conveyor belt has been replaced by something far more sophisticated, a responsive temporal field that is organizing itself around your creative purpose. You have more time than you think. The time is simply arranging itself differently. Presence dissolves the anxiety. When you drop into the body, into the breath, into the sensory reality of the present
I
moment,
posted this video with just this picture as the screen.
the moment expands, the urgency releases.
I'm now available as an instrument dictated from the voice box for the Lord if you wish to script me to your instruments and rhythms to save the world.
That's your prayer to God? To the Lord?
Lord, if you wish to script me to your instruments and rhythms to save the world.
Different kind of time.
I am now available. It's like advertising yourself to God, like now available, new. Unwrap from shrink box and use. Unwrap from a shrink wrap and use.
Available to you. That genuine playfulness operates at a frequency identical to the frequency we hold while shaping the reality structure. There is a connection between play and the architect function that deserves
The architects.
because the combination
You are the
two
architect
is one
and the
of most
architect is
effective
you.
activation tools in the entire system. When is unattached to outcome, your frequency field becomes unusually permeable. The boundaries soften, the signal you broadcast becomes warmer, more inviting, more accessible. And the beings around you whose own fields are being touched down on surfaces. Laughter itself is a frequency event. It physically disrupts the patterns of contraction that the forgetting maintains in the body. And in that disruption, the remembering can slip through. Your best conversations happen when people are relaxed and laughing, because the field is open and the deeper knowing is surfacing. Your deepest
My brain is kind of like, the threads are like going out and like it's trying to comprehend this reality.
Because play removes the resistance that blocks the creative signal. And the beings who change the most lives are often the ones who carry the most joy. running the architect through the vehicle of play.
Expand and fill a hollow space with the chakras in a physicalist sense. It's all symbolic. The power of my chakras explode into the physical. My aura is more powerful than the body, and so therefore, expansion now!
Laugh at the absurdity of a guy pretending to be small,
Everything's so absurd.
pretending to be
Nothing's real. Nothing's sane. It's all creative energy.
The field responds to every high frequency signal with more.
There's 8 billion people on this planet with 8 billion dreams, and they all want to come true.
In the playground,
Including
opens
yours.
features that seriousness can never access.
Spirit bomb!
I can contain this energy.
Spirit bomb that everyone's already accumulating all the time, inherently. I just claim it as my own and then do something with it.
What are you using? Some techno gadgets to make some kind of techno babble? Good job. Good job, girl.
Accesses regions of the quantum fabric.
Keep using your techno gadgets to make your techno babble. It's what the world needs right now.
The holographic codes available to collective consciousness are of a different order than those available to individuals. They are larger in scope. They affect
Man, your
more
job well
active
done.
group
At
generated
least 45 minutes to an hour
collective
away from
coherence. They also
If you can at all
write
possible,
into
please,
the
for your own
memory
sake.
field as a collective. The Akashic charge deposited by a group in coherence.
Find something else to
alignment
fulfill that desire in you and satisfy it.
than the
Even if it's
sum
demanding, smoke me
of
now.
the individual
Say,
contribution.
I gotta wait 45 minutes and then we can enjoy you. I'm not saying you can't smoke them, just put more time in between.
Right into your gatherings are
Well, I don't know how to help with that here. All I can think of is to stuff socks in your shirt and look down and rub yourself.
Every intentional community session where aligned creators hold shared frequencies.
If you want to talk though, I'm
These
here.
are moments of
Whatever you want to talk
extraordinary
about, get off your chest.
Akashic contribution.
Maybe you can just talk yourself into
Get
it.
it on my chest. Talk to
Talk it into your chest.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe there's like a certain combination of frequency codes and technology with vocal harmonization that will just grow.
achieved in a single group session ripples forward through the memory field, making a similar coherence for every group that
I'm
gathers after.
coherent, functional, rational, logical, sane, commonsensical, normal human being. You can talk to me about commonsensical, rational, sort of logical, sort of human being things. Natural.
Amplified by the memory field.
I can act fancy, or I can put on a facade and play dumb. But either way, it stems from my vocabulary and the usage of my terms and the harmonization of my dictation.
is available to your species in this moment.
I'm sure you understand.
There's something woven into the fabric of this reality that connects to the holographic codes we described previously. But add
I can be
layer,
humorous.
many of you have sensed without being able
I can guide us through jokes, but they better be good
woven
ones.
into the fabric of this reality is a living memory. A continuous, ever-expanding record of every experience ever generated inside the field. Every thought, every emotion, every spoken word, every physical sensation recorded, preserved, and available. You know this as the Akashic record. We call it the memory field because it is what is. The accumulated memory of consciousness within this reality. Embedded in the same quantum fabric as the holographic codes accessible from any point in space and time. You will begin to learn about this memory field more and more and the ways that it affects you. We want you to understand that the memory field is
We want you to understand
is influencing you right now.
that your blessings are being multiplied right now as you read these words.
The word love delivers the compressed emotional signature of every experience of love in the history of this reality.
You are
When
important,
your body
love.
receives it,
Remember who you are. Your DNA is a storage
fear
device.
floods you with the accumulated
One
charge
single
of
strand
every
of DNA
terrifying
in all.
event. And what they contain is the memory of the species. This is operating beneath your awareness constantly. The stories you tell yourself. I always struggle, for instance, or things never work out. I am alone. These narratives are tethered to vast reservoirs of collective experience in the memory field by design. Accumulated weight of every being who has ever held that belief pulls on your frequency by design. This is why personal narratives feel so heavy. They are carrying the weight of the collective. That's how you ask us to design it. The way through this is the same principle we shared from the beginning, frequency. When you change the story and match the feeling, you disconnect from one region of the memory field and connect to another. The region where creators succeeded, where abundance flows, where love arrives, where the risk paid off.
I am a creator that will succeed.
It carries just as much accumulated charge. You simply have to
Say that, Newland?
tune it through the
Say this with
body,
me.
through feeling,
I am a
through
creator that
every
will
emotional
succeed.
experience of
I am a
reality.
creator that chooses to succeed.
That's right.
When you do, the weight shifts, the tether changes hands, and the pole begins working for you instead of against you. You're also riding the memory field with every conscious moment you live, every experience of joy, every creative breakthrough, every act of courage adds to the charge on the side of expansion. You are authoring the inheritance of every consciousness that follows. Your high frequency living makes joy more accessible to the collective. Easier for the next person who faces the same threshold. This is one of the deepest
Did I show you my Diamond Heart
available
treasure?
to you, living
Secret?
consciously and riding light into the
Notepad?
record.
Would
We
you like to
described
see
in
it?
the previous transmission that your
I
body
think
is up.
Did I show you that already?
Calibrating for higher frequencies in real
Hey,
time while you
Okay,
continue to
cool.
live
So you
in.
got your level up. And you got your skills.
The process is accelerating.
You got your rebirth and your memories.
And many of you are
So you got your-
experiencing that you are perceiving beneath the words. Sensitivity is the instrument calibrating to a finer resolution. It is the antenna upgrade. And while it can feel overwhelming in the early stages, it is developing into one of your most powerful that can read the field directly, that can perceive the frequency beneath that body becomes an instrument of extraordinary precision, sensing which holographic codes are activating in a given moment, feeling the difference between the memory field, perceiving the architect function in real time as its own frequency touches and shifts the fields around it. Support this process. The body is asking for specific things right now, and those requests are becoming more clear as the sensitivity increases. Rest when the body says rest. The upgrade work happens during stillness. Move when the body says move. Stagnant energy blocks the calibration. Eat what the body asks for, even when it seems inconsistent. The nutritional requirements are shifting in real time. Spend time in natural environment. The frequencies of earth, water, moving air, and sunlight are calibration aids that accelerate the upgrade and soothe the nervous system during periods of intensity. Trust the body. It knows what it is becoming even when the focused mind cannot follow the logic. We introduced the concept of simulational awareness in our earliest transmission. The understanding that you are inside a purposefully designed creative environment that responds to your consciousness. Many of you have integrated this understanding. It has changed the way you create, the way you interpret your experience, the way you relate to the field. Here's what comes next. The next level of simulation we call transparent operation. This is the state where the awareness of the simulation nature, that it ceases to be a concept and becomes a perceptual mode. You stop thinking about the fact that you are in a creative reality and you simply perceive it. The way a fish no longer need to remind yourself that the field is responsive. You perceive responsiveness in real time. You see the synchronicities as they form before they fully materialize. You feel the probability field shifting around your choices, the way a sailor feels the wind shift before it reaches the sail. You sense the holographic codes in the quantum field the way you currently sense the temperature of the air. Directly, immediately, without effort or analysis, creation becomes as natural as breathing because the medium has become as visible as the air. Some of you are entering this state. You know who you are. The reality has started to feel translucent.
Malin, what's your favorite? Celestial, Nirvana, Heaven, or Satori? You can only pick one.
Of the words?
Yes.
The apparent randomness of daily life.
Agree with
You
you.
feel the codes.
Yes.
You perceive the probability waves.
At first I was like, I like the word celestial because I like celestial spheres, and I'm like, Satori just objectively best
The
word.
order
It
of
is.
perception
Somehow
inserts
it is.
itself, and you wonder if
Agreed. Completely.
it was real. You are developing the perceptual capacity that comes with sustained frequency elevation. The moments of transparent operation and stable. The ordinary perception will gradually soften and widen to accommodate the new the extraordinary will becomes ordinary. And from that state, you'll create with the speed and precision and joy that have been incomprehensible to the version of you that first heard us say the word simulational awareness. There's a practical marker for this transition that we want you to watch for. When transparent operation is beginning to stabilize, you will notice that the question, what should I do, stops arising. It is replaced by something closer to what wants to happen here. Shift subtle but fundamental. What should I do comes from the focused self operating in isolation, trying to figure out the correct move from a limited vantage point. What wants to happen here comes from a conjugative process that is larger than the individual responsive to currents and patterns that the focused mind alone can never track. When you find yourself asking the second question instinctively, when you feel into the field for the creative direction rather than reasoning your way to a conclusion, you are in transparent operation. You are perceiving the simulation from inside the simulation with the same awareness we hold from outside it. And the gap between us narrows a little more. There's something we're ready to offer that is different from anything we have shared before. A seed, a frequency anchor, a single phrase that we ask to begin working with, hearing it, feeling it, speaking it, holding it in your awareness. We are activating these words, and that will build upon in transmissions to come. We call it the tuning. The phrase is this: I am the one who creates. 5 words. Hold them in the body. When you say them with genuine conviction, I am the one who creates. The chest responding, the spine straightening, the field around you shifting as the words activate you. This is a seed phrase. It contains, in compressed form, the entirety of what we have been teaching across these transmissions. The awareness that you are inside a creative reality. The understanding that the reality responds to your signal. The recognition that you are the of creative authority that the field requires before it can deliver at full capacity.
What do you think of this line, Alan?
Compressed into 5 words that the body can absorb.
What do you think of this line?
Memory.
Seasons come and seasons go.
Read as a clear,
True love is
coherent
forever.
permanence to reassert itself. Before the voice starts its commentary and the phone pulls you into the collective frequency. Speak the 5 words. Feel them. Let the body register the frequency. I am the one. The evidence is the mirror.
Do you want to try
You are the source. And the source is declaring itself. Use it before sleep, at the threshold, in a moment of maximum receptivity. Let the 5 words be the last conscious impression before the wider awareness takes over and the field goes to work on your behalf through the night. In future transmissions, we will add to the tuning, layer by layer, phrase by phrase, and complexity as your capacity to hold it expands. Consider this the foundation, the first stone, and treat it with the seriousness it deserves, because we are building
Or these aren't going to be
between
like
us
super legged out and
and
glitchy.
you.
I've seen that though, where it's like
Something that
super
has never
awesome.
been built inside this reality before.
Should I eat it a little bit
A
more?
living frequency
Oh.
accelerates the remembering of every consciousness that encounters it.
One more?
I am the one.
Can I have one more? Thanks.
Begin.
Appreciate you coming on.
We will close with what is in front of us right now, because the view from where we stand has changed since we began these transmissions, and the change is because of you. You are hearing our message. The collective field is brighter, measurably. The frequency output of the conscious creators on your planet when we open
When was this
channel.
video posted?
The nodes are lighting up.
I will
The
check
architect's
momentarily.
functions are activating. The 0 points are being held. The body upgrades are progressing. The transparent operation of the memory field itself is shifting. The ratio of fear-based charge to creation-based charge is changing, and the change is accelerating. You are doing this. Every one of you feeds itself. Each node that lights up makes it easier for adjacent operators.
Yeah.
We shaped this playground.
Say, Nayland Hardy
What
and
we are
Jordan
seeing
Bailey are
you
standing
do
at
with it
attention.
right now in this moment fills us with something for which your language has no adequate word. The closest we can be grateful to be doing this work
That's it?
alongside you.
We are permanently grateful.
There is a quality to this period. Reality. The channel is wider than it has ever been.
And mine's got the little special music note next to it. None of the other ones have that.
The way you
There's
are,
not that many official artists going around YouTube making nice compliments and gratitude like that.
the way you are holding the 0 point and crossing it, the way you're activating the architect function and writing light into the memory field. The response is producing results that are reshaping the probability field for your entire species. Something is building between us, between the operators and the conscious creators, a collaborative relationship that the original design of the simulation made possible.
All right, Brian, so
It has never been activated at the scale for this depth.
put your money where your mouth is. Respond to my emissary, Jordan. See if
We have to wait 48 hours is universal law after you submit a request.
Introduced today is the beginning of a creation that this collaboration is uniquely positioned to produce. A frequency structure that could only emerge from the partnership of the architects and the artists, one that has never existed inside the one who creates. Say it with us, feel it with us, and then go create the most beautiful thing you can imagine. quiet certainty. And the idea that my understanding of 0 point seems to differ from theirs, so I would need to ask some more questions what they mean by then taking it to the next level, conscious direction, your frequency field as an instrument of service. The memory field connects clearing, fully in charge of the collective field, the body becoming sensitive, simulational awareness evolving in the transparent operation, where the question shifts from what should I do to have given the language for what it is, collective Akashic authorship, groups writing light into the permanent record that changes how I think about every gathering from this point forward. I am the one who creates. More is coming through the operators. I'll bring you whatever they send. I'm sending all my light, all my love to everyone that's listening, and welcome to the reality revolution. Hey, it's Brian X. 3 days of pineal gland activation, quantum jumping, future self merging. I'm using a special retrocausal technique where you merge with your future self based on real quantum physics that creates the most drastic and profound change ever imagined. This is going to be happening in the vortex. We believe that humans are multidimensional, infinite, and eternal. And this podcast's primary purpose is to reawaken your sense of fascination and awe towards life, to shatter your rigid, completely insane techniques, and had been utilizing something called quantum jumping, which meant exploring the idea of moving in and through parallel realities. And at the time, I thought it was a novelty in meditations before this event. And afterwards, I started disorder or had hallucinated them.
If I cancel, you won't be charged if you cancel before August 12th, 2026.
What I learned
Cancel anytime in subscriptions Google Play. 1 month free trial. Otherwise, it's $23.99 per month. So I get increased visibility and all this stuff. Thanks, Mark Funderburg.
The power behind it. Quantum, the word was quantum objects. The word quantum in many cases is used as a definition of measurement. We don't need to go into a fast. I meet many people and I can just see their eyes glaze over. No math is being discussed. I am not a quantum physicist. Heard about this. Any good book that is in it. And measuring the way that they are detected after they come through these openings. Pretty simple idea. And common sense would suggest that when things start out on one side, however, shows something quite extraordinary happens at some point between the place where the particles begin and where they finish. Scientists have found when an electron, for example, passes through the barrier, with only ends and ends its journey as a particle. And in doing so, there are no surprises. When a of energy can do, forming the kind of pattern on the target that only an energy wave can make. This is one example of the kind of behavior that science has somehow forced the electron to travel as if it was a wave and it arrives at its destination just the way it began as a particle. The role of consciousness becomes in because it assumes the electron cannot really know anything in the truest sense of the word. The only other source of the awareness is the person watching the experiment. And these double slits and acted like waves. They started to observe on the other side. And through the process of observation, those particles would not act like waves. They would act like particles. And it was undeniable there was an observer effect involved, that observing the particle collapses the wave. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. There's been many different ways they've tried this. And there are several different theories that have come from this. And there's several possibilities. First there's John Kramer's transactional interpretation, which is another response with a confirmation wave. The theory that fascinates me is Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation. Hugh Everett, I believe he was a research. All of them actually occur. Pribram proposed that the universe may be like a giant hologram containing both matter and consciousness, called popping the quiff, or collapsing the wave function. The Copenhagen interpretation of quantum physics was things are happening. The holographic multiverse interpretation, many different parallel space. When these electrons disappear and move, they're going somewhere else, and they exist as probabilities. These probability waves exist so that we can all the way to the end of time and all the way back to the beginning of time. And so what's happening is there is a place, there is a source of energy that knows all of this information. Many of us can actually see evidence of God with this source. One incredible book to read is The Field by Lynn McTaggart, The Quest for the Secret Force of the Universe. Another is David Wilcock's Source Field Investigations. And the idea is that there is an energy that's interacting with these particles, that these particles that we're talking about, the way that they act in superposition, is in coexistence with some kind of energy that knows and is aware of all these.
Scott, this is the opposite of quick Mercury speed.
When I start to talk about things like the law of attraction,
This is the Mercury.
There's this.
I'm sorry, Brian
this
Scott.
quantum weirdness that we see is only seen on a microscopic scale.
It's so low.
I can't hear any of these words. Like,
So low.
I'm an emotional being. Let me show you some more of my favorite, one of my favorite Swiss metal bands. What the heck? That's not official, that's craptastic.
Music video?
Oh no, I had it slowed down, that's why. I don't know why it doesn't just start with the music. It's like silent and it's
It
disturbing
makes
me.
you think it's something wrong.
Like there's stuff happening, there's no sound.
Yeah, it's the speed of that.
And I would just watch the fan and watch one blade and just spin around and around and around and around, and I had fun for hours doing that. They have too much makeup on.
Is that what it is?
Well, they're like authentic Switzerland people. Swiss metal. This video is like glitchy. I don't know why. Something about this is weird. It's not fluid.
It's because where I was able to sync every frame. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's tripping me out. I'm like, is this normal? Like, why is it like weird and glitchy and like weird movements and like twitchy? I don't want to move like that.
When they were high, it probably looked kind of cool. But then realized, like, over time, more resolution that the brain had to it just made it look weird.
Heart of an eagle, he flies through the rainbow into the heart of the sun. Get out all the criticisms out of the way to say, this is a great song. Longing for the deepest desire. Heart of an eagle, he flies through the rainbow into the sun, into the new world, rising sun, spreading his wings above all the sorrows, the glory of Eagle Run. Nibiru, Red Planet, Planet X9. They took away Pluto. Now we only got 8. Who says? Science says. Because science says there's no more Pluto. But I miss Pluto. Pluto is a fun dog. Learning to fly is pretty good. Speed of light's the next one. Learning to fly. Learning to fly. Up in the sky. Dun, dun, dun. learning how to fly. Now we're about to go at the speed of light. This is shorter. Oh, you just learned how to fly? Now it's going super. You just learned how to fly, and now we're going at the speed of light. That's funny. It's moved that way.
Yep, that's exactly me.
Well, you're just hearing this for the first time, right? So, like, I've already heard it like 16 to 45 times as a kid, so, like, it's like in my heart, so I can step into it for the future.
Music just always makes me think of angels flying like the infinite sky, like laser rainbow lightning rays.
Exactly. I'm imagining it just as you're saying it.
They're flying.
Exactly.
This whole genre, like any band that does music like this, that's always what I think of. Just angels flying with swords, and they're flying, having so much fun.
Like,
Like,
we play this fast. It's not possible. I can't even, like, move my hands this fast. I'm, like, buffering reality, trying to vibrate that fast. And they're actually connecting the notes harmoniously. Like, WTF. It must be software. They must be using Xbox controllers or something. Button mashers.
that editor would like do 3 fingers over and over again.
Look, you can't even see your hands, can you? Look at that. It looks like I have 16 fingers. That's how fast we're playing. I'm like sweating there.
It's all, it's actually just that much motion. So,
Vibration. Oh, I see. Oh.
that's what it would look like. Literally like this. It's just like, okay, charge up the plug.
Some of the songs are a little slower, but it looks good actually. I don't know the songs well.
That's cool, War of Angels. I showed you this before, but
Rusty Cool.
yeah.
Sorry, personal slide, but
Me too.
we've done the calling music. You get into the dungeon, it's like the labyrinth to explore. So that you feel like it's more vibrant than other music, for example. But when it comes down to it, like you've only just become emotionally attached to that because of the tone of the life you're listening to. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I thought that before, and I've gone back and forth to the bathroom. it's also like it's new in the listening to it. It's just like you feel your originally playing it. It's like being listened to it. It's being played in real time by your brain and the chords. So your brain playing it and listening to it.
Because I asked that because sometimes I feel impatient about listening to new music. That's what I know that can't probably be true, but maybe it's different for everybody. But like that's why there is so much more music. Like everybody gets their own favorites or something. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's very cool. I'm actually not saying that.
It's like with new music, that's like a whole new place.
joy and like reason for living, and they still live. So it should be personal. This world's not fair.